Welcome back to another video. Got some concrete, trying to get home, trying to make sure that I got all four wheels working, four-wheel drive on these muddy roads. Watch this video and let me know what you think. Today, I'm hoping to pour concrete and fill these piers. We had some unexpected rain last night. It looks like we might get a little bit more snow. I can already feel the precipitation. Yeah, gotta cut some rebar, run the generator, run the mixer. I'm going to show you a little trick with concrete bags and mixing it with a barrel mixer. This is not the way to do it. I lift up 80 pounds and it strains my back. So I'm going to show you in a minute how to do it right to save your back. You got to prime your barrel first, get some water in there. I like to bring it up to a specific level. I know exactly what I need. So then you take a piece of rebar and you stick it underneath your bag. You cut the top. I'll show you in a minute. So yeah, 40 pounds is a lot easier than, and the opening of the bag is wide open, so you don't get the concrete collecting in the bag. So you put your rebar down, put your concrete bag down halfway over the rebar, cut the paper on the top and the sides with a shovel. Some guys use a knife. That'll just dull your knife. Lift it up and then use the serrated rebar to cut the paper. After every batch, I like to put some water in there so it's churning around and it's cleaning out the barrel as I'm pouring, delivering the concrete or whatever I'm doing. Just leave that barrel running. All right, I got my rebar, got the square in there. Is this official? No, doesn't have to be. Will this hold it together? It'll hold together without this stuff. I like putting rebar in concrete. It's just what I've done all my life. It's just what I've done all my life so far. This one's done. Raised it up. The sleeve inside. You probably saw I had to smooth it down with a shovel. Probably saw the transit. That works. This is going in next. Gotta go get some water. I ran out of water. I used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 5-gallon buckets. 6 5-gallon buckets. Let's go get some water. That's how I'm filling up buckets. I got 5 in there with tops on, filled all the way. This one's not filled all the way because it sloshes around on the way down there. So I'm gonna go turn it off at the source. This is our big 2,600 gallons. There. I should get a switch, I know. But I just don't wanna. It's just one more thing to do. Put this in here, keeps it from freezing. Buried it underneath. Let's go mix some concrete. I like to keep things clean so it doesn't dry up and crust up. And you know, a lot of contractors will take a hammer to their wheelbarrows and let it dry, and then they'll hammer it out, but I don't like to do that. Just takes a little time and you can clean things up in no time. So I got my rebar in there and I'm letting it set up a little bit before I put the concrete in. You want the concrete to be kind of nice and wet like this so it fills in all the gaps. It forms real easy. Laser. And we're going now right on the concrete, just on the high mark. That's probably half an inch higher than on the green mark. See, real close. Okay, so these two are the same. There we go. We're pretty much on the green right there. Yep, on the green there. Here we go. A lot today. Let's see, how much did I mix? So I did that whole pallet, besides 2.5. Thanks for watching this video. I'm just gonna do a voiceover because the wind was too loud. So yeah, thanks for watching. And we just got 4 piers put in. Shipping containers coming in a couple days. So we'll have a new project. So hope you like this content. I'm gonna try to make it more audio friendly so the wind doesn't kick up. So I'll use my lapel mic. But yeah, we're cruising right along, and keep watching for the next video. That's the septic that's coming out. See you next time.